Hey guys, welcome back to Veggie Campus. Today I am here with my lovely husband, Andrew.
Hello.
And as many of you know, we have been living in Taipei, Taiwan for the last year. It is a little island off of the coast of China, not to be confused with Thailand, which is a completely different country. But we've been living here for the past year and have gotten a lot of questions from our friends and families about what has it been like to live overseas. And we're gonna be sharing a lot of that coming up in new videos and posts, but we thought it might be good to first share with you why we decided to make this move in the first place. Travel has been a huge part of Andrew and my relationship since we first started dating. We've always talked about the possibility of moving overseas and had a desire for that. And then a few years ago, we started to get a little bit more serious about it. But at the time, we both really loved our jobs and things were going really well there. So we didn't want to shake things up. And then we were driving along a highway in Denver and we almost got pushed over the side of this railing and onto another highway from a semi-truck. And we would have lost our lives if Andrew hadn't had great control of the car. But anyway, that led us that night to start talking about, man, if that had happened, what are the things that we would have regretted? And the biggest thing that kept coming up is moving overseas. And that night we decided that we had to do it. We just had to make it happen, even with all the things that come with that and all the planning. And that was the night that really started us on our journey to move overseas.
So why was this so important to us? Why did it feel like we'd be missing out on something if we didn't take that risk and go and live in a new country? So we're going to share those reasons with you, but before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more travel and plant-based videos. Also, if you prefer to read, we have a blog post on this as well that goes over everything we'll link to down below. All right, jumping in with our number one reason why we moved overseas. Number one, to get out of our comfort zone.
So we've both lived in Denver, Colorado for about 5 years now combined, and Denver is an amazing place to live, but it also is very safe and very comfortable. We have family who lived right down the street from us, very steady and secure jobs with amazing companies. Everybody in Denver is like very similar to us. There's not a ton of diversity in Denver yet. And it was just time for us to shake things up a little bit. We really value non-tradition as well. We don't like just going with the status quo. So really we hoped it would challenge our environment, challenge our minds, challenge who we were as people, help us experience new cultures, see what it's like to live without the comfort of our family and friends. And, could we do it?
Number two, to start our own businesses and work freelance. That's also been always a really big part of our goals together. Start our own companies, but also be able to work from anywhere in the world. And being in Denver, it was great and we could talk about it a lot, but nothing ever really pushed us to try that, to give it a chance. So this move overseas was that first step to give it a try, see if we can start our own companies, work freelance, work from anywhere in the world, and see what came of it. Realistically, it's not easy to quit your job. I had so many mental pulls back and forth, you'll have so much freedom.
Watch those mental
but
pulls.
you'll have a paycheck, you have a 401k, you have cupcakes in the office. I don't even like cupcakes, I don't know why.
Cupcakes are amazing, doesn't like that. That's great.
So that was another one of the risks that we wanted to take to see if we could use our skill sets to be able to provide that income for us through other ways besides a regular 9-to-5 job.
Number three was seeing if we could reduce the amount of things that we own. So Andrew and I had been getting really into minimalism before we moved, so we watched the Minimalist documentary that we'll link below that a lot of people have seen now. We had been doing a lot of mindfulness courses, and moving overseas, people had talked to us about keeping all of our things into a storage just in case we changed our mind, but we decided this was a great opportunity to sell and give away many of the possessions we had that as we were looking around, we realized we barely even use that. We're just filling up cabinet spaces and filling up rooms because we had the space. So we decided to sell everything: blenders, couches, books, TVs, pillows, kitchen appliances. We fit everything into the two 50-pound bags that United allowed us to carry overseas. So we'll see and we'll show you how that went, but that was our goal and what we started off with.
Number 4, to learn about a new culture. We wanted to expand our own minds and learn about a new place, new custom, new traditions, new types of food, and Taiwan seemed like the perfect place to do that. We had planned to push ourselves to join a lot of local groups or communities or different companies here in Taiwan to really immerse ourselves and learn as much as we could about the culture while we're here. Also, as we were looking for different places that we were going to move in the world, Taiwan seemed to pop up to the top. For one reason was because they have amazing scholarships for international students. And so as we dug in a little bit deeper, I applied to and received a scholarship for an international master's program here in Taiwan, which is a huge contributing factor to why we moved here. But part of it was for the academics of getting a master's degree and learning in that sense, but I think the bulk of it for both of us was even immersing ourselves deeper into the education system, into learning and interacting with local Taiwanese and people from all around the world. Everyone in my program was from a different country, so we got to learn about all different countries, and Karen we had them over for a vegan dinner, which I think they all learned quite a bit from that.
In addition, Taiwan has a huge plant-based community. People sent us articles. We actually didn't even know about this when we chose Taiwan. And so another goal was to really immerse ourselves within that community and learn more about what the plant-based and vegan community was doing in Taiwan, especially being a Buddhist culture, like how were they navigating that throughout the country. So we had a lot of goals to get more involved culturally here. Again, rather than just if you were on vacation, these were gonna give us a little bit deeper experiences. Number 5 on the list, you may have guessed this or been wondering about it, but it is to travel. Taiwan is very well situated within Asia and has great access even back home to the United States. A lot of direct flights where it's only like 13 hours back and forth, which is a great deal, as well as all throughout Southeast Asia. It's not difficult to get over to Japan. It's really not difficult to get over to Australia. I mean, all the places that we wanted to see. And moving overseas, we didn't want to just stay in the area or the city that we were living in. We wanted to make sure that we were traveling and seeing bigger regions of the world that we hadn't already experienced.
Yeah, so look out for more information on our travels soon. Singapore, Thailand, Myanmar, Vietnam's a good one. We have some great friends in Myanmar, Brady and Bree, that we're really excited to go and visit. They moved there around the same time we moved to Taiwan, so
and
we're excited.
And they actually also have a wellness site that we'll link to below, all about Myanmar. So if you're thinking about or moving to Myanmar, already there, they have a lot of tips and tricks just around Myanmar. So those are the top 5 reasons why we wanted to move overseas. There's a lot of risk involved, a lot of things to consider before you move overseas, but maybe this gives you some encouragement if you are thinking about moving overseas, because it has been an awesome experience. We both have changed as people since making this move, and we think everyone should give it a try if it's something that's just like in the back of your mind and you're thinking about it. It's definitely doable. So thanks for watching. We're excited to share more with you, and have a great day.